First of all, we want to welcome everybody here today, and this is a great and fun occasion. My name is Brian May, and I'm president of Angelo State University. And on behalf of Angelo State University, and of course the Laura Bush Institute located at Angelo State, we welcome you here. The man I want you to meet first today is Chancellor Ken Hance. He is a huge advocate not only of the whole entire Texas Tech system, but more specifically, he is a great supporter of Angelo State, which is part of the Texas Tech system. He's a close friend. He helps us not only in academics, but of course the legislative affairs, and he's been a wonderful, wonderful leader for Angelo State University and the Texas Tech system. Mr. Chancellor, Ken Hance.
Thank you very much, Brian, and we appreciate the great job that Brian does for Angelo State. And we're proud of him, proud of all that he's doing for this area. It gives me great pleasure this morning to present to you our namesake of the Laura Bush Institute, who has been an advocate for women's health issues and for human rights, not only in the United States, but throughout the world. And she's always served with dignity and poise and charm. She was First Lady of Texas and First Lady of the United States, and will always be our First Lady, Laura Bush.
Well, I'm thrilled to be here today for this wonderful Day of the Woman luncheon in San Angelo that the Laura Bush Institute for Women's Health San Angelo branch, or Concho Valley branch, is hosting. When Chancellor Hance approached me and asked if he could name the Institute for Women's Health at Texas Tech Health Sciences Center for me, I was thrilled. I have a very close affinity with Texas Tech. I grew up in Midland. My dad was in one of the very first classes at Tech. He grew up in Lubbock, and so as a child we would drive up on the weekends for Tech football games, and spent a lot of time. My grandmother lived in Lubbock, still seeing her there. So, and then of course, I spent all of my childhood in Midland. George and I lived in Midland the first 10 years we were married. He had grown up in Midland as well, and so to think that my institute, an institute named for me, is serving women from all of these towns across West Texas that I know so well, and that really are my home, makes me very, very happy. So this Laura Bush Institute for Women's Health here in San Angelo has done a lot of really terrific things. One of the things they started that's new, really, for any of the Laura Bush Institutes is the Girl Power, the program they do for 3rd and 4th graders, and then the really terrific Girls' Night Out they do for freshmen at Angelo State, for freshman girls to come learn all the ways they can protect their health while they are in college. Good nutrition, and other ways also to avoid risky behaviors that we know college girls are confronted with sometimes. So I'm very, very proud of the way the Laura Bush Institute here in San Angelo is serving the community of San Angelo. They've literally saved lives with their breast cancer outreach that they've done. They're trying to make sure that women who are from all over the Concho Valley, from all the counties that are around here, who don't have a close hospital or close way to be diagnosed if they have breast cancer, can get that diagnosis, and they've literally saved lives. And so I'm very happy to be here for them today, for the Laura Bush Institute right here in San Angelo. So do we have questions from the press? No questions. That's great. The executive director of the Laura Bush Institute, Laura Street, is here back in the corner, and then Linda Ross, of course, is the San Angelo Laura Bush Institute director, and Linda's been terrific on really developing great programs that meet the needs of women here in San Angelo and then all in the surrounding towns, the health needs and the special health challenges that women have. So now I think Linda's going to come wrap it up for us. Thank you all very much.
Well, thank you for being here today. This is just a wonderful opportunity for San Angelo to have Mrs. Bush here with us. Mrs. Bush will be leaving momentarily, but the Chancellor and President May will also be here for questions. Laura Street will be here for interviews, as well as I will stay here for interviews. So if any of you would like to speak to any of us, we'll be happy to speak to you. And thank you so much for coming.